We are back, folks. We're back at it, and we are ready for episode 89. Here we are, Shane, Andrew, myself, I am Adam, and we are back with more Comic Nerds news. Comic Nerds Live, getting at for you. I don't know why my camera is so blurry right now, but it only looks blurry on Discord. It actually looks fine. Um, we're back, guys. We took a week off, but we're back with episode 89, almost 90, almost the big 90, and almost 100, really. Almost triple digits. That's actually kind of wild.
Taking us forever to get to 100. Like
It really
if
does.
we were ever on schedule, we would have gotten it like a year and a half ago.
I don't know about that, but like, I actually
It would have been sooner.
It would have definitely been sooner. It's funny because I was actually thinking the other day. I was like, I actually really don't. When did we start? Like, I remember we started a while ago. I mean, if you think about it, even with us being,
I don't want to think about it.
Oh, okay, fine.
It was definitely after 2020, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, after that.
It was after. Well, so okay. So here's the thing. I actually don't know. It was after COVID, because I was definitely back at the gym.
Yes.
Because we were having this conversation, being like, we should start a podcast, and I was lifting at the gym. I remember this exact conversation because we were talking about comics, and we were talking about all this news, and then
that was our Snapchat group chat.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
And we were thinking to ourselves, we were like, I remember we were just talking so much news because I think it was like San Diego Comic-Con. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was SDCC. I think it might have been 2022. And we were talking about everything that released. And then all of a sudden we were just like, why don't we Discord this? And then we were like, why don't we just stream this? And that's how
we got such comprehensive conversation. It was like, let's just bring people into this. Like, why not? Like, let's keep this to ourselves.
Why not just like talk about it and just like if other people talk about it? Yeah, it's a fun thing. I've loved doing it with you guys ever since. But it has definitely been 2 years because if you think about it, we're almost at 100. Even though Andrew doesn't want to think about this, we're almost at 100. There's 52 weeks in a year. So we've basically been, and it's, we've skipped a bunch of weeks, but like that's 2 years at least here that we've been doing this show, which is wild. I've only been streaming almost 3 years. I think I've been streaming. So yeah, we've been doing this for most of my streaming, I guess.
We may not be like a steady consistency, but we are consistent.
We are consistent.
That we're still doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shit. Actually, give me a second. Hold on. I have to do this. And then
I don't know if that's the word I would use. Consistent.
Definitely not consistent. Definitely not consistent.
Look, honestly, I do, enjoy every moment that we are on stream. We talk about a lot of fun stuff. It's not necessarily like the episodes that we're on that I'm like don't want to remember. It's more of like when we started, I don't want to remember because it's like, bro, like a lot of time has passed. Basically,
it's been so long.
If you were to tell me that like when I moved away, that like because I knew I was like drifting apart from like certain friends and people that like it'll take like months till I spoke to again. That like it would be you two that I would talk to the most from people back home. Like I would have been so caught off guard by that. I'm like, what the fuck?
We like comic stuff.
But this is great. Yeah.
We're nerds, I don't have people to talk.
We talked about it. I felt like when we actually made this plan like a few years ago, it was actually in Live's room, and we actually talked about like, hey, like you like this, we like this, let's do something about it.
Let's do something about it.
It was always like, oh man, we should really go like make a fucking live stream or make a like a podcast.
It's because we had like a connection like physically, so it's like, all right, let's fucking do it.
Hell yeah, we have a physical connection.
Here we go.
I've been in bed with both of these men.
Anyway, we have definitely. So yeah, well, I was gonna say too. It's like I don't have a lot of people. I don't have anyone really to talk to about comics. Like I know people who watch like my brother watches like all the comic book movies, but like they're not like into comics. Like they like the Marvel and the DC movies, but they don't like know the lore. And it's like I don't have any like real like I don't really have a lot of friends that actually talk about this. But the three of us have always, even before we started this, I remember just like sitting in Live's room and we would just be drinking, sitting in a circle, talking about all of this. And it would be hours of conversation to the point where Lai and everyone else would get so annoyed and they would leave the room. And it was just the three of us in the room sitting in a circle just talking about this. And we would look around and be like, where did everybody go? Like, you know what I mean?
It's so annoying to be able to like have only half the conversation. because like when you watch a new content that came out, read a new content that came out, you get into the whole backstory of it. And if you and like with most normal people who just doesn't know that, like you're only having half the conversation because they get lost at the other half. And I'm like, that's not fun. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like what I remember is that you guys both go at it. You guys talk about like these characters in comic and stuff like that, and you guys are sharing like this crazy ass connection with each other about a specific character, and I go, no. And I'm always like against the grain of everything, and you got all right.
Yeah, and this is perfect because it works out in the podcast.
That's what I mostly remember. Do all together.
Yeah, I mostly.
No, that's what you guys told me because I remember too. You guys, we want. Could you guys ask me? Like, you got to be on it too because we need your against the grain thought to be on the thing to go against everything. And I'm like, all right, I got you.
It levels it out, and it's a fair review. And I think that it's been working out fine, and it's actually like I think the three of us. I say it all the time. I think the three of us have three very different thought processes when it comes to either rating movies or just kind of looking at the whole thing in view of things. So I think the three of us having that difference and then coming together and doing this levels it out to being like incredibly fair, but also just like a really good in-depth conversation. But I was going to say, I remember it a little bit differently. I remember like Shane and I kind of talking, and then we'll talk, and then Andrew's just drinking, and then all of a sudden he goes, sucked. And then I'll be like, all right.
Yeah.
He's just like, yeah, it still sucked.
All right.
It wasn't that great. And I'd be like, are you fucking kidding me? But yeah, no.
I was like, explain yourself. How dare you?
We would talk. It was good conversations, though. It was very good conversations.
Yeah.
It was a fun day. It's fun moments, fun
good times. So, but yeah, you know what, guys? We're almost at episode 100, and that's gonna be wow. And I think Andrew, you were saying offline, but if we do consistently every week up until now, our 100th episode is gonna be the first week of November.
Yes,
and that's interestingly crazy. I don't know, so we're definitely not gonna be able to do this consistently every week. I can tell you that much because Baby Dips is due in October. Yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen. Definitely not.
He's going to need to take paternity leave from us.
I'm going to need just a couple days. But yeah, so that's going to happen. But, we'll definitely be celebrating our 100th episode probably within like November, December. We'll do something super fun. It's going to be great. But for now, we're here. We're at episode 89. Not a lot of news to do for episode 89. DC 23. Is it DC? No, not DC. Sorry. D23. I think it's just D. Disney.
Yeah,
D23.
Disney, yeah.
Disney 23 came out like a week and a half ago. I'm still waiting for everything that's been released. Yeah, there's like I know stuff that's been released. Like obviously they like did like a live action Lilo and Stitch. They announced an Incredibles 3. They announced like a whole bunch of stuff, but I want it to like officially come out so that we can talk about it because I know that they released a trailer for Thunderbolts, and I haven't, and they like leaked it, but I haven't seen it, and I don't want to watch it. Yeah, I want to watch the full.
I don't want to share leak stuff.
Yeah,
like it needs to be official.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I want it to be like official, and then find that, but it hasn't come out. I've been waiting this entire time, but we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, guys. But once D23 news comes out, I'm all in. Like we're gonna talk about all of it, but as of right now, we're not really here. There's not a lot of Marvel news. I will say there's one trailer. It's actually a final Kraven the Hunter trailer, which I'd be really interested to actually watch. We have a couple of pieces of news, and then I actually have a conversation topic that I want to discuss with you guys, which will go into like one of our last pieces of news. There's no DC news. It's all there's just Marvel and like a couple of like non-Marvel or non-comic related news. That's really it. So before we get into it, as always, how are you guys doing today? How is this fine Thursday for you folk? Anyway,
I'm gonna say this right now. I can't complain. It's good. My weeks has been fine. The past few days has been great. Today has been awesome. I've been doing a lot of catching up with people. And I love that, man. Catching up is the best feeling ever. It's such a stress reliever. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I can't complain. My week's been great.
I'm going to go the opposite and say I can only complain.
You were part of the week, Shane.
It's been, you know, that was great. That was you and I having our chit chat. That was great. But like this whole kids are back in school over here, and like because I already get stuck in LA traffic, and so like that with them kids, it's so aggravating.
Them kids.
It's just I'm tired all the time. It's still fucking hot. It needs to be winter already, man. It needs to be California's equivalency of winter.
Yeah, I was about to say you don't really get winter.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah.
Like,
I will say the past.
It's cooler now, Shane.
I was about to say the past couple of days have actually been kind of nice.
Been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
It's hoodie season right now.
Yeah.
Hoodie season.
Well, in the morning, afternoons is still pretty hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's my favorite season.
Getting in that brisk weather.
Weather.
Don't get excited though, because I think we're getting into first fall, but we're gonna hit second summer, and then we're gonna get second fall.
Is that what they're saying?
Oh, it's always New England weather is always like this. It's always like this around this time.
There's always a second summer.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, I always go with the premise of like Boston weather being unpredictable, so we never know.
So the last couple of years, it's been really like it's been warm, and then it gets into like fall. So then it's still like a warm fall, but then it is fall, and then it gets a little colder, and then halfway into fall, you get into like another summer, and it's just like blaring hot again. Then you finish off the fall again, hit winter. And then in the middle of winter, you get a third summer because then it's just like super hot in the middle of winter. And all that. So it's like they say we have like multiple seasons, multiple parts of the season throughout the year. But I think that like we're going to start getting some cooler weather, which is actually great because it's been super humid, really rainy and disgusting and humid.
Can I ask, like, what's your guys' favorite season?
Fall.
It's fall, you said?
Yeah, definitely fall. Because I don't get like a real fall here, and the lack of fall really ruins the vibe for the holidays. Because it's literally the build up to the holiday season, and without the visual changes of fall, you know what I mean, without the proper temperature drops, like it's really hard to get into the spirit of Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. It just ruins it for me.
Kyle said, howdy, gents. Kyle, my man, what's going on today? I got two questions for you. I guess we got two questions for you. First of all, just to kind of keep Shane and Andrew up to speed, I heard that Kyle just moved into college today. So today was his first day, move-in day. So Kyle, how did move-in go? I heard from Lissa. And second is, what's your favorite season as we kind of get into this? I'm kind of torn. So I like fall, but I liked fall up until I bought a house. And then now I have to break up all the leaves, and I have so many trees, so it just sucks. So I hate that aspect of things. I like spring, but I would probably go more towards fall only because fall is just spring, but like with nice leaves, you know what I mean? So like it just looks prettier. And I don't like summer. All I do is wear just like plain t-shirts and like these like really stupid shorts or something. Like I don't have like summer attire. I like fall because it's like nice. You can wear pants. You can wear like nicer clothes. That's like my season for like fashion, I guess. I also like that kind of stuff. I hate winter. Fuck the snow. And I don't like summer. I don't like the heat in the summer either. So I feel like fall, spring, good for me.
I'm a winter guy.
Really? Like real winter. Do you snowboard or ski?
I don't. Surprisingly, I don't. Yeah.
Do you actually enjoy the snow?
Hell yeah. Hell yes. I mean, like aside from like, because everyone has the issue with driving through snow and stuff like that, which I understand. But like a lot of things close during the snow, so you shouldn't be driving in the fucking first place. But I do love the snow. I love seeing the snow. I love being in the snow. I love walking around, just like seeing all the snow. especially like because I experienced my house for the past couple of years, and in the snow, I just walk around because I have like a park right in front of my house. So I love walking around that thing and just like, okay, I'm an adult now, but there is a part of me, my childhood side, where I kind of just want to jump into the snow and make snow.
Yeah,
you have that shit in me. No, I'm a man now. I can't. But the thing is, like, I still have that shit in me, where like I just enjoy the snow just as much as I enjoyed it in the early 2000s. I enjoy it now. I love the snow. And plus, I'm a plaid guy.
Plaid, yeah, he's a plaid. That's so yeah.
Yeah. I'm a plaid guy. I love being warm. I love having the attire to be out in the cold, you know.
But with plaid, yeah. I would have thought that your favorite season would be like fall, because I feel like plaid is a very fall.
Yeah, that is still true.
Like, our fall, because as you know, our fall can be either really hot or really like cold. So it's like it's unpredictable. So I'm like, I'm just gonna pick one I like.
Winter fashion. Oh my god, I miss winter fashion.
Wait, what?
Winter fashion is like peak fashion.
Hell yeah! With the jacket?
I will say,
no jacket?
No.
Hell yeah!
I was there last year,
bro.
I was there last year. Bought myself a pea coat just to experience.
I was gonna say, Shane.
To experience it for the 2 weeks that I was there.
Yeah.
Right. I brought it back with me. Don't fucking need it. We'll never need it because it will never get cold enough.
Yeah.
Like but I
will say winter fashion is great. Well, that's why I like fall, because I feel like fall is like really comfy. Like I can wear the shit that I like. It's really in between, and I love that. Like I like thinner jackets. So like I like that fall like thinner jacket kind of vibe instead of wearing like a heavy jacket. So I don't want to be freezing. But yeah.
Like my thing, like I wear plaid and then I wear the jacket over the plaid. So like the weather for me, it's like as if it's like fall weather. Gorgeous. But I will say though, there was like, I think it might have been like half a decade ago or something like that. I remember seeing Adam in a pea coat, and I was like, yo, he looks hot as fuck. And I was like, yo, I need to wear that shit. I need to wear that shit. And I got a pea coat because of Adam.
Adam was the only other person I knew that wore a pea coat other than me. Like, everyone else wore, like, puffer jackets and all these other shit. And I was like, my man got taste.
I got the
My man is classy.
I gotta get it.
Adam look good in it. I feel like I'll look good in it, too, because of Adam. So I'm like, I'll do it. Yeah.
You look good in the peacoat.
So I bought a peacoat literally because of you, and I love winter literally because at least a portion of it is because of you, Adam. So
peacoat's great. Oh, well, you're welcome, I guess. But I actually donated that peacoat.
What?
Yeah, because I am getting another one. It was so that peacoat was more of like but hold on, let me read Kyle's comments real quick before I get into this. So let me see here. It went really well. My room is looking pretty gas. Got my snack shelf, my gaming setup. Those are the most important ones. My bed is very nice, honestly. The room is tinier than I thought it would be, but that's okay. Just cooled down and my face recovered from crying from saying goodbye to my parents and little brother. It'll be weird living without my parents, but that's okay. Also, fall's my favorite season by a long shot. I feel
my man.
Kyle, I get it.
My man.
Especially the first time, it's always going to be the hardest. But you know, this is something that you got to do, and it's going to be really good for you. And you're going to love
step to adulthood.
Yeah, you're going to love it, man. Trust me. Like, do you have any roommates, or is it like a single, or do you have like a suite mate, or like what's going on? But I get it, dude. Honestly, I think, yeah, it's always really hard to say goodbye for the first time, but it's always never goodbye. It's never goodbye, man. It's always like, you know, just see you later. You'll see them sooner than you think. I have a roommate. Have you met them yet? Yeah, so I got rid of the peacoat, man. So I realized that peacoat was the metal band days of my life. And it got real worn out. Like, it got really worn down. So I remember, like, I haven't touched it. So I haven't touched it because there was another jacket that I really liked. And I was like, oof, I've been wearing that jacket. But then I was like, ooh, what about this? And I touched it and I'm like, oh. Like, you know how, like, you feel something and it feels worn and you're like, this is not good. Like, I was like, I can't use this anymore. Like, I could, but I was like, it doesn't fit my style now. So I had, like, I donated it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a peacoat that kind of fits because I love peacoats. Peacoats are they're so nice. They're so nice.
You look good in peacoat.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It actually keeps you really warm.
It does.
Despite, like, people thinking aesthetically it just looks good.
Yeah,
but like it generally keeps you warm.
But also like peacoat with like a scarf, like a nice scarf with like a
with a nice scarf,
you know,
nice gloves. Ooh.
I don't do gloves, but like yeah, I feel you. Like jeans, peacoat, jeans, scarf, and like some nice like boots.
Yeah,
solid. That's like my style. But now
it's starting to sound that you guys like winter more than.
Well, I like any season that I can wear that.
Fashion.
Yeah, I know, but fashion should be like a heavy part of it. Heavy.
It does. It is like the only reason as to why I like winter, pretty much.
Yeah.
Blake, how you doing, man? How you feeling? By the way, you feeling any better? So yeah, I'll get another peacoat. I do like peacoats, man. I really do. But I'm gonna become a dad now. And it's like I gotta get like dad attire
aesthetic.
Yeah, like I'm thinking like because I told myself too. I'm like, like I gotta buy. I feel like I gotta buy like.
I swear to God, man, you have the ability to be a hot dad, and you better do it.
So my style.
I swear.
I feel like in terms of like having not the hot. Fuck you, Shane. But like the dad style. You don't purchase your own clothing. I feel like your wife is gonna purchase your clothing.
My wife,
and that's gonna be your dad. Exactly, and then whatever she buys you, that's gonna be your dad attire right there. Well, that's what it is. So we can't really have a thing in it.
Not necessarily. So what she does is, Mrs. Dips actually like I have a general thought in mind because I'm like I kind of feel like I want to match something like this, and then she'll actually just buy the clothes that go with that. Like she'll be like, try it on, trust me, like you look good or whatever, like I like this on you, I think it's gonna look really good on you. But like one time, like I'll be like, oh, I really like that jacket, and I fucking love that jacket. You know what it was? My favorite jacket now that I bought, we were just at like an outlet, and I was walking around, we just kind of finding clothes to try, and I saw the jacket, I'm like, oh, I like that jacket. And then this dude who worked there, super gay, but which was great because he told me. All right, I'm not saying it because he was. He told me. He told me.
You gotta take fashion advice from gay men.
So
real.
He came up and he's like, you would look damn sexy in that jacket. That's a nice jacket. And I looked at my wife and I was like, I gotta try it on. And then I put it on and I was like, I like this jacket. I bought it because of him. I bought it because of him. That was literally it. I was like, oh, what it is. But like he was like, you get in the jacket? I'm like, yeah. He's like, good choice. And I was like, wow. I've never been. It's been a while. I don't get that like compliment very much. When you get complimented,
it's hard to find like your favorite kind of jacket because like my favorite jacket, I feel like it's only my favorite was because of how I ended up getting it. Was a random date that I was on. We went out. It was around fall or winter. Bill, I was like, oh, that's fine. Like it ain't cold. It's never cold here. Go pick her up. Cold as shit. She thought the same as me. She was like, it ain't gonna be bad. So we both jacketless. So like instead of going straight to our date, we're like, all right, we're both gonna hit a thrift store, like pick a jacket, and then go about our like date as normal. Yeah. We like randomly found the best fucking jackets that we both could find. Like still wear it to this day. Like I've seen her. She still has it to this day too. That's one of my favorite jackets. Love spot.
It's a very beautiful story, Shane. Jesus Christ.
Damn.
I mean, if I was still dating her, that would have been beautiful. It
would have been.
You know,
a beautiful friendship. Oh my gosh, at this point.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Blake said.
I never had an option for my goddamn jacket. I always got like it gifted to me, so I don't know. Like, it's weird.
Sometimes you don't even have your own personal style. Other people have styled you. I'd like to see for myself.
Andrew's style is pretty much plaid. Like he buys plaid, and it works. Yeah, that's your style.
See, so the thing is like I bought plaid maybe a few times, and I wore it a lot of times because I keep wearing the same shit over and over. And then my family sees that I wear plaid over and over, and they keep buying shit for me.
They've trapped him.
Like you like accidentally created the plaid look for yourself.
Yeah.
So let's see. Blake said a little been watching Super Sentai. What? Super Sentai all day? I don't know what that is, but great, man.
So familiar.
Also, Kyle said Adam Dilf arc ?
Yeah, he knows.
Hell yeah. You're just experiencing it now. We've experienced it since like fucking, what is it, 2015, 16?
Yeah, bro, that's what it was. Yeah, we all knew he was going to be a future Dilf. We all do.
We've been glazing Adam for like the longest time ever.
It's making me blush. That's whatever. I don't know about that, but
look at him.
Look at that shy boy.
Adam glazing is gas. Yeah, it's whatever. But I guess leading all back to this conversation, I guess favorite season is just winter, fall, I guess. But the winter, I like a nice coat of snow. Nothing like too crazy, just like a nice coat.
I love the crazy.
Yeah, I can. Oh, I don't like the crazy. I like where I can just like enjoy a nice drive on the trees. Like it's just like a road.
See, why would you drive? Don't drive. If you drive, that's when you're gonna start hating it. Don't drive, just walk.
I love the drive.
No, the first one, that's slippery.
No.
That's slippery.
Like a light snow, or okay, maybe I should.
It melts immediately.
It finished snowing. Right. And now there's a light coat of snow. And now you're driving on those long roads. It's just a very one-sided road. You got trees all over the place. And it's just a light coat of just snow on the trees and everything. I think that's a really a calm, beautiful drive. But when it's snowing, hell no. No, I don't want to drive that shit.
No.
But I also
my first fondest memory of looking back, my fondest memory of snow is first fall in the middle of the night. You get woken up in the middle of the night because light shines brighter through your window because the street light's bouncing off the snow, right? Stick my head out the window, dead quiet because the snow is absorbing sound.
Oh yeah.
Eerily quiet.
Those are great.
Yeah. Beautiful.
It's that.
Pontoon. Yeah.
It's that, and no one wants to be outside, so it's even more quiet because no one's
outside.
Yeah.
Fucking beautiful.
That's a good stuff.
Winter's the shit, man. Winter's the shit.
All right, you're starting to push me into a winter person.
I know. Yeah.
You guys, I think at some point in your guys' life, I'm pretty sure I told you guys the reason why my nickname is Snowy is because I am from California, so I never seen snow before. And when I first moved to Massachusetts, and the moment I saw snow, I fell in love with that thing where I fucking nicknamed myself as Snowy. That was my shit right there. I love snow to this day. I love snow.
I refuse to use your real name.
Oh, I don't use that. I don't think I ever called you Snowy. So
it's cool though, but winter is the shit.
Winter's good. I get it. Anything but I'm not a huge summer person. It's just too hot.
Same.
So I guess
I hate sweating, man. I hate sweating.
Yeah, sweaty is just awful.
Yeah, I hate that my birthday's in summer. Horrible.
I don't mind if my birthday's in the summer. I don't really care about that much, but
I love cookouts. Don't get me wrong, because summer's the only time you never really have cookouts. I love that.
That's really it, though. I could care less about anything else. I like chilling and outside, maybe around a fire or something. Like listen to music, drinking, eating, cookouts, kind of stuff like that. Yeah. But
unless you're a beach guy, I guess. Unless you're a surfer or something like that, then maybe.
Each season has their moments, but some has more cons and pros. Which is why I choose fall.
That's true. I'd probably agree with that. Yeah.
I'll choose winter because I love to nap and sleep. So
that's good. Anyway, this all started because we were asking how everyone was. So
sidetrack.
Shane and Andrew, you're well. Okay, no, hold on. Shane was complaining. Andrew was really good, so that's good. But that's good. That's good. I'm glad. And favorite seasons. That's great. Blake, what's your favorite season? Out of curiosity. And then
I don't think we've ever spent 30 minutes on an intro before.
Nah, I think we might have once or twice. But it's all good.
I enjoyed these.
It's always good stuff to have that. But so we like I said, we don't really have a lot to talk about. You know what I mean? Just a couple things, maybe literally a handful of things, and then we're gonna get into a topic of conversation. So why don't we get back into it? We always start with sad news first, and this is sad. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this person. To be honest with you, I knew who this person was, but I didn't know their name. But it'll be very obvious when you know what she did. So this woman's name is Rachel Lillis. She was the voice of Misty in the Pokemon animation.
Yeah.
But I didn't know this. She was also the voice of Jessie, or in the Pokemon, and Jigglypuff, which I didn't know.
How old is she?
I don't remember. Let me see here.
I think we might be digging like a whole little dark rabbit hole there if we're gonna ask. Because if she went away young, I mean, I don't know.
It was 55. She did definitely pass away.
Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, yeah, well, not cool, but like, you know, like, yeah.
So she unfortunately passed away. It's really sad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to really look at all these characters, and I don't know any of them. Like, I don't know any of the ones except for the Pokemon.
Same. You put them next to the anime that they're in, then yeah, maybe, but
like I can't get these ones. But
yeah, I don't think it was ever like main character stuff.
But
it was all over side character.
It's just really unfortunate. So that was sad.
Yeah.
But rest in peace to her. And yeah, that is the only piece of sad news. I don't know if anyone's gonna be sad about this, to be honest with you. I haven't seen it, but I heard about it, and it's not great. But the Acolyte, which is the newest Star Wars TV show, got canceled just after one season. That's how bad it did. I heard a lot of awful things
at all.
Yeah, it was really
the only good thing I heard is about people thirsting over Manny Jacinto, which is absolutely fair.
I mean, that's fair, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's it. I mean, like, it got canceled. Like, I heard it was really, really bad.
Was that the one with the main actor from Squid Game in there?
No.
Yeah, he played one of the Jedis. Oh yeah, wasn't he? I was wondering why his face looked familiar.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
wanted to watch that just because he was in it, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of Star. I never really seen the other Star Wars. So I don't know.
Oh, I just saw your thing, Kyle. Sorry, he has been out all day, so I haven't met him. Okay. Well, I'm like, hopefully that'll be all good. Like my roommate. Oof. Oh, you know what? Real quick, before we get into like news, I'll tell you about my move-in story for college. But yeah, like, we'll finish this piece of news real quick. So the Acolyte got canceled just after one season. Heard it was really, really bad. This is the show where it was like a really big feminist thing. Like, they were really trying to do like an all-women lead, and like, I guess like there was a whole universe where like there was a bunch of like women, they were all like lesbian or something like that, and there was like no men. Which I think that it's true in like the Star Wars lore. I don't know anything. I'm not a huge Star Wars person to really know anything about this, but I heard that it just was really bad. Like, it was just bad. So yeah, let me tell you real quick about Kyle. I don't know if you're still here, but I'll tell you real quick about my move-in story. So I had just transferred colleges because I did a community college. And they had a program where, like, if you take 2 years of community college and you get a certain amount of GPA, then you can transfer into any state school and guarantee acceptance. So that's exactly what I did. And what happened was, because I was a transfer, I didn't really get like a good pick, but they kind of catered to like my major. So they paired me up with a bunch of like gym bros because my original major was supposed to be exercise physiology. So it was like a whole bunch of just like dudes like talking about gym all the time. Like, they would always say like, bro, like, well, whatever. So they messaged me and they were like, hey man, like, I see that you're our roommate. We all kind of know each other, and there's one person that wants to move in with us, and we were wondering if you'd be cool with changing rooms. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, I didn't care, you know, it was like, whatever. I don't know you guys, whatever. So I was like, maybe. But they wanted me to change with someone who was on a completely different campus. And all my majors was on the campus that I was living in. So I was like, that's all the way. I'm not doing that. So I was like, nah, you know, like, I really don't want to switch campuses. So then they were like, all right, we found another guy that we like. He lives on this campus. He's just like literally right next door. I was like, all right, look, clearly you don't want me. So I'm gonna say yes. Because it was still in the same building. It was literally right next door. They just didn't want me to live with them. So I was like, fuck it, whatever, fine. So I ended up changing rooms to this one room, and I'm glad that I did because these guys were amazing. They turned out to be really good friends of mine that we ended up living with each other for the rest of our college time, and we still talk to each other. It's great. But what happened was I moved in. I was the first one at the dorm, and it was trashed, just trashed. So what happened was I ended up taking over for this one kid who moved out because he was supposed to be going to do whatever it's called that you do. Like he went to Canada to do a semester abroad, and so I took over his room. But what he wanted to do was, because he was going to miss his favorite holiday, which was April Fool's, he decided to play this big ass prank. So
it pissed me off.
It
pissed me right off.
Oh, it's crazy. So he decided to like I don't know how he got in. Somehow he managed to get into the dorm when everyone left, which like it's locked afterwards. So I don't know how he got access to this. Craziest thing, before I tell you everything, he didn't touch my room because my room was his room. And like his roommate, my roommate, because it was a suite mate, so we shared it with 8 people. So it was 8 of us in that whole thing. And it was go 2 common area, 2 and 2, and then 2 bathrooms. So he didn't touch my room because his room was my room and my roommate was his roommate. And he was like, oh, like you gave me snacks, I'm not going to touch your room. So that was great. But all the mattresses were off the bed springs and just like shoved in random places. Like one was in a shower, one was in like the common area, sticking out a window. It was crazy. So that happened. He spilled all of his beer that was in there. So it molded over time and it was this big ass mold puddle. He wrote on the window or the mirror saying, April Fools, I hid 8 pickles somewhere. So you have to find all 8 pickles. I'm pretty sure he only hid like 7 and that was kind of like a joke.
People like this.
Bro, he put the pickles in the toilet, but because the pickles were in the toilet for so long, it soaked up all of the water and exploded. So then the pickles exploded in the toilet and dried out the toilet. So it was literally just a caked toilet of exploded pickle. And it smelled like ass. And he like wrote on the mirrors. It was disgusting. He flipped everything. The couches were turned upside down. Everything was literally, I literally moved in. I was like, what the fuck? And that was my first experience of ever just like living outside of my house.
Did he get in trouble for that or anything?
So
were they able to get in trouble for it?
So what happened was, interestingly enough, because they found the empty, actually all of my roommates got in trouble because my suite mates got in trouble because they found the beer spilled on the floor and the empty beer cans. So they all had to take a class because they were underage. So he got them all in trouble because there was beer cans in there and they were all underage and not ready to drink yet at that time. And so they had to take a class and they had to, I think, like apologize or something. It was like weird, but they had to do it. So I was the only one who didn't have to because I just moved in. So like they were like, clearly, obviously it wasn't you. And then, so they were all pissed at that. I think they reported it, but I don't remember what happened to him. But funny enough, he actually got arrested in Canada. Because
what the fuck?
Yeah, so he
was arrested in Canada.
He was crossing the border and he had drugs. So they like, but like he was an idiot and showed them the drugs. And then he got arrested for like a day in like Canadian jail. And then he didn't get like, I don't think he even did his like what he was supposed to do in Canada. And then he tried coming back here and he got fired from his job here. And it was just like a whole mess, but like that dude, man, I met him a couple times and I'm like, I could see this. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. It was like one of those, like, I could see.
Dumbest people, like, it's so crazy how dumb people survive. Like,
dude, it was.
How are you still breathing?
It was wild. Like, I remember, like, I was just insane what I saw. But like, it's a funny story. My roommates and like they were pissed, but like to me, I was like, whatever. I helped clean. I like helped do everything, and I. Less pissed because like my room didn't get touched, but it was an interesting story to say the least.
How did it take this long a friendship for you to tell us that story? What the fuck?
I mean, it's a college story.
Yes.
I mean, okay. So I don't know if I told you guys this thing. So I went to college for like half a semester. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, the reason why I didn't dorm is because like the place I was living was like 5 minutes away from the college.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I was like, I didn't need to dorm. And I met a lot of cool people that I was supposed to dorm with, which are still my friends on Facebook till this day. But I remember in my college, the reason the reason why I'm glad I didn't like participate in any activities in the dorm area is because there was like these group of frat boys where I get and they all got trial for this. They went naked because our college is surrounded by like a pond kind of thing, and they were proud of the koi fish that they had around the pond. This is kind of sad. Yeah, so like these frat boys, they thought it was funny to go around like looking like tribe men and poke around the koi fish. So they went around stabbing every koi fish that was surrounding them.
Yeah. That's fucked.
It was wild. Yeah,
you know how expensive those are?
Hell yeah, they're expensive. They go to the millions, bro. Yeah, but that college was never the same after that.
Why kill the koi, dude? Like,
they thought it was funny. They thought it was funny.
Yeah, that's why I don't get. That's why that's one of my pet peeves. Just pranks, and it's like some just don't know like too far, but also I just find pranks annoying because like the goal of it is to annoy, and that premise alone pisses me off. Like, you want to annoy me. Like, I want to slap you. Like, you did your thing. Stand here and let me do my thing. Like, come on.
Sometimes they can take pranks too far. I like lighthearted pranks.
That's wild, bro.
But, man, that's wild. That is really wild. Damn. Holy shit. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Veer, that's interesting story, though. I never knew that. That's actually kind of insane. But, yeah, going back into news, just so we share our college experiences or whatnot, but going back into the news here, we have just a couple more pieces, which is One Piece. So One Piece Season 2, we've heard that that's coming out. We've heard a couple of rumors that's going around. But for all of you One Piece watchers, you know, if you know the anime or if you know the manga.
Oh, my God.
I just saw one of the casting for it, and I'm kind of excited about it.
All right, and continue your thing. I'll tell you it after.
Okay, I was going to say. Apparently they're not going to include the Alabasta arc.
What?
Yeah, so isn't that the main arc? Isn't that the crocodile arc or not the crocodile? Yeah, crocodile. Yeah. So that's the crocodile arc. Apparently they're not including that. I don't know why. I don't know if that's actually true. What? I think they're going to gloss over it. Yeah.
Our first introduction to Ace as well.
So here's the thing. They said it's not going to include. So we have to kind of be careful of wording. I don't know if they're going to skip over it or if the second season isn't going to include it and then season 3 is going to be Alabasta. But then that's kind of like wild because I don't know. I haven't seen the show yet. So I don't know where it ends off to know if like they have enough to cover it for the second season before they go to the third.
Because then that leaves... So unless the first part of their journey or first part of the season... of that second season is just going to be them going through the Grand Line, which shouldn't take long as well, but like probably is. Then the first island they hit is where they get Chopper. And obviously they have the casting for the characters for Chopper. Not Chopper himself, but I mean like the characters that interact with Chopper. So like it seems like they might lay heavy into that story.
Maybe.
The crocodile is too important of like...
Yeah, he's a big character.
Yeah, because there's a lot of like introductions to characters and story that like lay the groundwork for the rest of the series.
Right. I mean,
so that might make sense if it's on third season.
Yeah, because I think isn't he a warlord? I feel like he is.
Yeah,
he was one of the 7 warlords. So like,
so the introduction to
it's all the warlords. Yeah.
Yeah, Ace and like all this shit and like the princess as well and all that. Like this is like. I don't know, man. Like
they might just.
I'm hoping that's the case. Though.
I think they might just like introduce like. Did Robin get introduced before or after? No, Robin got introduced at the same time, right? Because she was working with Crocodile.
I believe maybe
I think so. So I mean, maybe they're not even introducing Robin, but maybe it is just kind of going with Chopper or something. But I don't know. So either way, they just said it's not going to include. That doesn't mean that it won't ever include, but we might not see it. I don't know.
I'm just hoping they don't like gloss over it as if like some of the other stuff, like that first season, they gloss over certain fight scenes and certain interactions because they were like, "Oh, it doesn't need to be a main story," and then the main story was the fisherman, whatever. Like,
And then Andrew, you said, "Oh my God."
Well, because I had I'm not really too familiar with animes like that. But the thing is like, especially One Piece. But I had into an argument with someone on the anime community because of One Piece, and they were saying One Piece is better than Dragon Ball Z, and I got mad. I got really mad. I'm like, Dragon Ball Z started everything for everyone. What are you talking about? Like, you can't put One Piece over Dragon Ball Z.
That's for the US, but like, because they're both phenomenal shows in their own separate ways. Because I understand,
I don't care.
Because I understand
Dragon Ball Z is way better than One Piece. Dragon Ball Z.
Because like, one is like cool ass martial arts with like dope ass like energy beams, yeah. But the other one is like this dope ass pirate adventure of like carefreeness or whatever, which is like.
I don't want to get into this argument with you.
Okay,
All I'm saying is that they annoyed the hell out of me because I spent like an hour and a half arguing with this person between One Piece and Dragon Ball Z. I'm like, you can't beat the godfather of anime, which is fucking Dragon Ball Z. You can't beat that. You can't.
This is funny because for once I'm the Andrew, where like Andrew and Shane are arguing, and I'm just the middle person where I'm like, I don't really care. Like I don't care for the anime. You know, like I don't really think that One Piece is all that. I don't. I actually can't finish it. I find it really annoying. And like Dragon Ball Z is so much I can't watch the whole thing. It's just so much anime.
I can't watch the new stuff.
I just can't. I can't go through the whole thing.
I can't either. But the thing is like if I'm gonna compare, it's like, bro, like no.
I will say like yeah, Dragon Ball Z it's the GOAT of all animes. You know, like that's the one anime where it's like, come on.
That I do call OG. Like that's the OG. Because we all know that's everyone's introduction.
My introduction was actually Naruto.
Oh,
my introduction.
Yeah, because you're younger than us. That's why.
No, it's just that I didn't watch anything. I didn't watch anime. You know what it was? Actually, you know what? My intro was Dragon Ball Z. I didn't really watch the show too much, but I had all the action figures. Like I knew what Dragon Ball Z was. But like when I actually watched the anime, Disney XD had Naruto. So they would show Naruto episodes, and that's how like I started watching anime, was like through Naruto. And then I was like, clearly I'm missing some pieces, so I just ended up watching the whole thing. And then that's when I got really into anime. It was like finishing all of Naruto, and then like after the war I was like, damn. And then I was like, I need to watch more anime, and then I started watching more anime. But that was like legit, that was it. But I feel like I will have to agree with Andrew. Obviously, like if you're gonna look at something, you gotta. It's Dragon Ball Z. You can't not. It's Dragon Ball Z.
But, I mean, I agree. I'm just I'm saying devil's advocate.
Say though, because I'll give One Piece the benefit of the doubt because I'd never seen One Piece, and the only thing I've seen of One Piece is the fucking spoiler that my brother gave me, which was I'm sure. Okay, look, it's been like over a decade since this scene happened, so I'm pretty sure I can spoil it. But the brother of Luffy died, I guess.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I stopped right before that happens.
I'm sorry, Adam.
No, I found out. I found out what I found out what happened.
Right before it was gonna happen.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew it.
So my brother. So this goes further back, and my brother was arguing me. He's like, "So if you gotta watch One Piece, I'm gonna show you one scene, and this should make you want to watch One Piece in general." And he showed me that scene. And literally, like, I almost cried in that scene, bro. That was a sad ass scene. That was a good ass fucking episode. That was a good ass episode. I'm like, I cannot get over the goddamn crying.
The scene was him dying?
Yeah, like the whole episode, like that episode, like because there was another character that was involved where it's like they were close to Ace, which is the character's name. Garp, I guess that was the grandfather of everyone, and he was pissed off because he was on the. Okay, there's a lot to explain, but like he was not with Ace or Luffy. He was against them. He was the enemy of those two.
Yeah.
But they are his grandkids.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are his grandkids. And when Ace died, even though they were his enemy, he was so mad where he almost fought the Marine Corps because of that. It was dope as fuck. It was like emotional. Yeah. I'm like, I didn't know One Piece goes this far. It's crazy.
That's the shit that is so good about One Piece. Is the way that they make you connect to these characters. Yeah. There's an emotional, like, especially like, because like one of my favorite things one of my favorite things about it is like when Luffy talks about his crew, like their family, and he would die for them, right? It's like, and then it feels like, oh, like I'm a part of this crew. You know, what I mean, that's the connection you feel to it.
I don't feel.
So you're like, oh, that's my captain. Like that's you connect. You know, that's what they're great at telling the stories for.
There's no connection.
Yeah, I can't. So One Piece make you connect.
Nah, Andrew, let me tell you something right now. You know that emotional episodes that you went through? It takes 500 fucking episodes to get there. All right? There's no emotion before that. There's none. All right? No. Okay, there's one. There's one.
Glad I didn't watch it.
Maybe two. Maybe two. The scene where oh shit, I'm actually forgetting all the names. What's the dude with the green hair?
Zoro.
The scene where Zoro wanted to like take all the pain that Luffy had. That was cool. That was respectable.
Okay,
I respect that. All right, that was respectable, but that was it. And then the scene where Luffy thought that all of his friends died because he transported them somewhere else, and he like really got pissed. I was like, all right, that's cool. That shows emotion. But guess what? 400 episodes to get there. So I can explain episodes 1 through basically fucking 400. I can explain everything that fucking happens. Everything that happens is basically Luffy gets lost. He like tries to find all of his friends, and he does. He forms a group of people. He doesn't give a shit about anything. All he does is complain about being hungry all the time. He gets lost at every fight so that you can give his friends a fight scene. And then as soon as he finds his shit, he beats the villain in 2 seconds. He like punches him a couple times. He yells, he screams. Then he says he's hungry again and passes out and falls asleep.
Very fair.
Literally.
Very fair.
400 episodes.
An anime that has such a long number of episodes, like, is gonna have, like, their whole thing is just gonna be on repeat.
It is.
Right?
It's on repeat.
Meet the villain, fight scene, like, tragedy, hopefulness, like, becomes OP out of nowhere, you know what I mean? And then comes through.
That's it.
Like, it's always been the same thing,
The fight scene, it takes episodes for that shit, and it pissed me off. Because the thing is, it took me 400 episodes to realize that there was a thing called One Piece. And I feel like if I had found out about One Piece earlier, it would have saved me a lot of time, because I would have saved there's over 75 hours of watch time saved going through One Piece, because they just took out all the useless shit. And I could just watch.
You watched the fillers?
I watched everything, Shane, because I didn't know what the hell I was watching.
I skipped the fillers.
I didn't know.
Even I skipped the fillers.
Here's the thing, too, because I was like, all right, everyone kept on talking like mad shit against One Piece. They were like, yo, you got to watch One Piece. Like, One Piece is the shit. It's such a good anime. So I was like, all right, fuck it. If I'm going to watch One Piece, I'm going to watch One Piece for everything that it's at. So then I started really trying to dedicate my shit to One Piece. I even made TikToks about it, trying to like go through like 10 episodes and stuff. But I was like, this is too much. And then like I started watching while I was at the gym, because I was like, I can't do this anymore. It was like background noise, but like it literally is just repetitive. And then I guarantee even after, because I stopped like right before the time skip, I guarantee Luffy's the same fucking way every damn episode. It's just he gets super OP, defeats this thing. He gets mad because like someone hurt his friend, and then he gets lost, and then he falls asleep, and that's it. And then he overeats. And that's literally all of One Piece. Like, I don't understand the hype about One Piece. Y'all are hyping 1,200 episodes of just him fucking eating. And it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, there's barely any emotion. There's barely any, like, really cool fight scenes. And when there is cool fight scenes, it's so fast. It's, like, 5 minutes long. And then he goes right back to just yelling and like talking about fish or food, and like how he needs someone to make him some fucking food or some shit like that. Makes no sense to me. How is that a good storyline? And then everyone's like, oh, but it's for the like it's you know, you gotta go. It's for the story. It's for the thing. You gotta grow with it. I'm like, nah, bitch. I ain't growing with nothing. There's nothing to grow.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't try to end our friendship just now. Okay,
Shane,
I'm gonna pretend.
I'm gonna tell you one thing.
I'm gonna pretend that you didn't say, Shane, I don't like you anymore, and I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna pretend you never said that, Shane. But I will say, listen, Shane, I would never say that.
You kind of did, Adam.
I would never say that, Shane, but I will say that you have bad taste in anime. Anyway, I will say, though, my one point, though, being is you can't tell me that this show is great when the fucking animator doesn't even know what the One Piece is yet. He doesn't know. He still doesn't. He hasn't figured it out. He hasn't written the end of it, and I don't think he ever will. And guess what's going to happen? You wasted your whole damn fucking life watching this damn anime if he dies and there's no One Piece.
It was a goddamn great ride, all right?
No, it wasn't. It was a fucking shitty ass ride. It was a mediocre ride.
The journey, not the destination.
That's like me going to Splash Mountain and not getting splashed. I just go down the hill and I'm like, what the fuck was this for? And I'm dry as hell when I walk out. That's it. That's all that is. That's One Piece right there in a nutshell. That's just literally.
You know what's crazy?
I can give my life.
You know what's crazy? It was like I went into that community conversation, that argument that I had with this one person without any knowledge of One Piece. But Adam is my argument. The stuff that Adam just said right there, that is my argument. That's why One Piece is not better than fucking Dragon Ball Z. I tell you right now.
I literally dedicated.
At least Dragon Ball Z get to the point. Yeah, sure. It take 5 episodes for him to turn Super Saiyan. Yeah, sure. But the thing is like. It gets to the point, though. It gets to the point. That's the thing. It gets to the point. One arc to the other arc. That's all it is.
I think yeah, maybe. Yo, it's crazy too because I dedicated a year of my life to One Piece. A year. I remember watching One Piece the day after I got married, and then I remember stopping One Piece my anniversary because I was like, "Fuck this!" Like I couldn't deal with it because it was just too much, and it really got me frustrated because it's so like. Repetitive. It was really difficult for me to like actually go into the next episode.
I'm about to clip Adam conversation.
Clip it and post it. I don't care. Post that whole thing. I don't care. I'll go on a rant. Post my rant and then literally post it online. I guarantee you'll get the most views you've ever gotten. What?
Watch our shit get canceled because you.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Hey, clip this right here too. One Piece fucking sucks. All right. If you want to say anything else, go to A-Dip's channel. I don't care. Fight me on this because it is not good. I will give 3 of 5 stars to One Piece because I'll give it like could be okay, but that's it. It's a mid. It's mid. It's mid. It's so overrated. It's not even funny. All right, that's all I'm gonna say right now. Naruto's better. Anyway,
I disagree with that too, though. But yeah, sure.
Naruto's better than One Piece. Is what I'm saying. I'm not
okay.
Saying
yeah,
Naruto's
I agree with that.
Dragon Ball Z.
Naruto does have a lot more.
I never got past the Haku series, so I don't know if it gotten better or what.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
It got wildly better after that.
It got so good. Yo, skip like half of Shippuden, but then go to the war. It's so fucking good. I will say like, damn that.
Jiraiya's
theme. Mm-hmm. Everything, all that shit, real good. The jokes are good too.
I can't stand Naruto, so I don't know. It's the same like Black Clover. I can't stand ass.
The whole believe it thing, he outgrows that.
He does outgrow that, but also watch the subtitle version. His voice is a lot better in my opinion. I can't stand his dubbed voice, but like his Japanese or Korean.
It's crazy. Like a lot of people that I talk to about animes, I was like, I watched more episode of Boruto than I did Naruto, and people get mad at me for that. And the only reason I watched that because Naruto is actually more mature in that shit.
Yeah, he is. But he gets more mature in the show. Like in Shippuden, he gets.
I hate that I want to be Hokage bullshit. And the thing is like that's the same thing with Black Clover. It was like I want to be the Wizard King. I hate that shit. I really hate that shit. Yeah. I hate it. So never gonna go back to that thing. And I'm glad I didn't because I didn't miss much. So I'm good. I'm cool.
Ooh, okay. I have an idea. If we don't have a lot of news to talk about for like next week for our 90th episode, let's do like an anime rated. Like we're gonna go do an anime tier list. I think that would be actually
everyone make a top 5.
Make a top 5 anime tier list of like animes that Andrew knows. Because like you just said that you're not like huge on anime, but I would absolutely. I think this argument is gonna be so fun to just like talk about One Piece again, just like shit on it.
I already have my top 5.
All right, there you go. We're gonna do that.
I think I wrote my top 5 before, but I gotta reassess it.
All right, we're gonna definitely do that. I think that'll be great. We'll do like a tier list. I think that'll be fun. Because damn, we could talk about anime for like.
I'll fight my top 5 tooth and nail, man. I'll fight that shit.
All right, cool. Because
I don't think this is an argument thing. Shane is just listing your.
Here's the craziest thing. I will fight you to take One Piece off your top 5. Like I am not putting that shit.
You know, I will fight you. Actually, Adam, you're right. I will fight you to take One Piece off your top 5. Too. I'll fight you. I would watch 100 episodes of One Piece just to fight you. That shit is trash.
It's gonna waste your time, bro. It's gonna be the same shit. It's gonna be the same thing of anything. Oh, this is gonna be heated.
We got sidetracked like crazy.
It's
gonna be great. Oh well, I'm ready. Fuck that. Anyways, on to actual more like news. Marvel news. We only have one piece of Marvel news, right? And it's actually all right. Something that we can all agree on. I'm telling you all right now. apparently the rumor is that Sydney Sweeney has gotten offered the role for Black Cat, and yes, it's just yes.
Yeah.
It's just yes. That's it. You know, we can agree on that.
They better not.
Is that Felicity? Whatever her name was.
Felicia Hardy or Felicity? Yeah, Felicia
Felicia.
Hardy.
Yeah, Felicia Hardy.
Yeah, Felicia Hardy.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh God.
You know that
they
love
better
triangle?
not fuck it up like Madam Web.
No.
Like I swear to God.
They won't.
That's
Not with
Spider-Man. That South Park episode where it's like they were like nice, and then every man in the room was like nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. We can agree.
Basically.
Yo, so it's actually not funny.
Imagine she genuinely pops up in theaters, and then collectively in silence, everyone's just under their breath.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Even with their significant others and everything too, they're gonna be like nice.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, we're gonna be like nice. No, so there's all memes coming around anyways because they're like, yo, like fucking Sydney Sweeney is gonna be Black Cat in the love triangle between Sydney Sweeney, Tom Holland, and Zendaya. Like, seriously, dude?
Yeah, that was sort of kind of how that was.
Yeah, but
You know
like
what I mean?
also they were saying like, oh, Zendaya is like there, like she's hot and she's everything, but like Sydney Sweeney's got the donks. Like that's what everyone's saying. So it's like it's so funny to
It's
see
so
these memes
weird.
popping up, but it is crazy.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see.
Ever since I got onto the MCU train, I'm a little but this obviously took place after the trio Spider-Man movie. I can't remember which one was it, like Far From Home. What is it? No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Yeah. It took until that moment where I'm like, okay, I can be on board with the MCU train. I can be on board.
That was really bad to jump on the train. Because like after that,
yeah, but now I'm getting to see like my favorite characters, where it's like
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and stuff like that, and then I'm getting to see like all these other characters, and then like MCU is going more of like the serious route rather than the comedic route, at least what I like. So I'm excited to see specifically Tom Holland Spider-Man because of after No Way Home.
Mhm.
So let's see how it goes.
Hopefully, we'll
I'm
see.
excited for this. Hell yeah.
So we have one more piece of news, and then we're going to get into like a small topic of conversation here. We're going to switch on over to our game show, or trailer review here, and we are going to watch the final trailer of Kraven the Hunter, which comes out on a day. Hold on. I don't know. It doesn't say, but we'll find out. I'm sure. So this is the final trailer. I haven't seen this yet. I'm actually kind of excited. I don't know. It will be interesting to see what this looks like. So here we go.
Your biggest prey, the rhino.
They already had the rhino right on it.
What the fuck?
We are hunters, the greatest the world has ever known.
So like right off the bat,
goddamn
it looks like
lunatic.
it's
Oh, you just
definitely
figured that out
Wolverine,
now?
which I'm more interested in, but I just hope it doesn't suck.
Listen to me. Embrace who you really are, son.
I was literally watching for him and Russell.
Are you like your father?
Yeah, but I also think it's dumb as shit that that's powers from
A
lion
killer?
blood.
My father puts evil into the world. I take it out.
You are exactly like our father. Just another man hunting for a trophy.
Tell me about this hunter.
They say he uses a connection with animals to track his prey. And once you're on his list, there's only one way off.
The six of us, and only one of you.
There's 6 of you now.
There is an animal in each one of us.
So that's how he becomes Rhino? Were those spiders? Why did you? have
Why
to
do
pop
you
up?
hunt?
What the hell? What is up with this?
Hunt.
Damn.
Why do you hunt?
An animal in each one of us.
Yeah, those are spiders. So,
I mean, they gotta tease something about Spider-Man.
Oh, and is there a last part of that trailer?
What?
Look at us finally get a Rhino, and it comes out in Kraven.
Wait, did they actually release a Thunderbolts trailer?
Picture this, saving up to 10% when you bundle your home and auto insurance.
Oh, it's a concept. Son of a bitch. Anyway, yeah, so Rhino is the main villain of Kraven, but I don't get what's going on with Kraven because now he's like being a vigilante, like he's a nice guy.
Yeah, I knew they were gonna go that direction, like especially how they did
with like Morbius and shit. But
yeah, Morbius and freaking Venom. Like Sony, they don't know how to do. Like they gave us villain movies without villain activities. You know what I mean?
They're just making the movie. It makes no sense to me. And like the way he got his powers is going to be really frustrating to me. Like I don't think that's really going to ever change because he doesn't have, like, I don't ever really remember him having a connection with animals. I just remember him being like strong, like he had powers, like kinda like super strength and stuff. But he was never like, I can talk to wolves. Like he was really more like he is the greatest hunter and like he wanted to kill everything that had a challenge. Like it was the greatest hunt. That was all about his hunt. And he doesn't have a hunt. He's just preventing his dad from being a dick. You know what I mean? So like that part I don't get. I don't really agree with how he got his powers. I'm really interested. I guess like if you're gonna make a villain, you make Rhino because like he's an animal. You know, like I guess that makes sense. But I don't know. I mean, there's good things that I see in the trailer, and there's bad things that kind of like I'm not really looking forward to. I like how it looks gory. I like how it kind of gets a little bit more violent. I think that's kind of cool, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel. So that's.
I'll definitely watch it, like I said, because of the actors that's in it. But
yeah, like I like him as an actor, but I don't know. We'll have to see. That was literally it. So that was the last piece of news. So now I have a question for you, because I saw this thing. So it was actually really interesting, where they said that basically Sony has a right to certain villains and certain characters from Marvel, which means that Marvel can't actually use them, which is probably why we haven't really seen a Venom or like a hint of like a Venom so far in the Marvel universe. So technically, like the Amazing Spider-Man, and all these things like Kraven, Morbius, Rhino, because now Rhino is in the Morbius movie, Electro, they do not have, so Marvel doesn't have access to this. And they're saying that it's really limiting the villains that are going to be in, like, that they can use for new Marvel movies or like, you know, Spider-Man movies. They do still have Scorpion. They didn't do anything with Scorpion yet because Scorpion was in the first movie, but they are running out of villains. So my question to you guys is there a Marvel villain that you have not heard of yet that you would like to see? Or is there a Marvel villain that you feel like didn't really have a huge role that like deserves more of a role in the Marvel universe that you would maybe like to see? And if you do see or think of a villain, do you have, this is a harder question. I don't think we're ever really going to think of this, but do you have a specific actor or actress in mind that you believe could actually play the role well? So like, I'll go first. I actually think that Mr. Sinister would be really cool to see. I know he's more of like an X-Men villain.
Yeah, he was an X-Men villain.
Yeah, he's more of like an X-Men villain. So we might actually see him in Phase 7. But I think he was like a pretty dope villain that I would maybe like to see. But a villain that I feel like really deserves a lot more is Dormammu. I think that he just got, he's way too easily defeated.
He's too. Nah, if you guys introduce like these mythical ones, you have to finally tap into Mephisto. I want to see that.
Mephisto?
Yeah.
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 Are you talking about just specifically Spider-Man villains or just Marvel?
Marvel villains, I think. I was originally going to make it into Spider-Man villains, but we can go Marvel.
Yeah, because I mean, he already fights regular Marvel characters, and like regardless of whether they have access to some of these villains, it's more of like, will any of these villains intrigue us enough to want to watch a whole movie surround it? Because it was like, what was it? That first one had to do with Vulture.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that was cool. Like that was an introduction, but I was like, I didn't really care too much about Vulture. You know what I mean?
I didn't really care much, but I thought it was decent. I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay.
I don't think there's many Batman villains that we haven't touched on. I mean, aside from like, I actually want like a villain aside from the Tobey Maguire version. I want like a Tom Holland version of Venom villain.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool. I think.
Yeah,
that would be great.
Like, Venom, and I also want a Goblin. I want like a proper Goblin,
an actual Goblin,
like an MCU version Goblin,
or like a Hobgoblin at least.
It's nothing wrong with like revisiting the villain, but I think that's all we can have. Because I don't think Spider-Man really had that many villains. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, because technically we can have access to Hobgoblin because Ned is supposed to be Hobgoblin. Yeah. So that one could be like down the line that they could be saving up for. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Do you know? I think it's an X-Men villain, but you guys remember the character Omega Red?
Sure.
No.
Well, I remember him being a badass. I don't remember much about him, but I remember him being a badass. He looks cool, and I remember using him in the video game. So I think he's a villain. So I hope he shows up at some point. But
you know they should have, because they showed him in the Miles Morales one, the Spot. Yeah, I'd like to see that in a live action. I'd like to see that in a live action.
It'd be pretty cool if they connect him to the animated version.
That would be,
that would be
sick.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to.
They
already kind of.
Yeah, because they can, because they technically already did, like with Childish Gambino, like to introduce him. Like, but so it's a possibility.
And they showed like the clip of like Tobey Maguire and like Uncle Ben. You know what pissed me off, man? It's been 5 months since that movie was supposed to come out.
It was supposed to come out 5 months ago?
The second part was supposed to come out 5 months ago. It was supposed to come out March.
What the fuck? What happened to it? I haven't heard anything about it.
We haven't heard shit about it. We haven't even seen a trailer, but it was supposed to come out this year. And it's been 5 months and we haven't heard nothing. They haven't even said like, hey, like we're working on it. It's going to be backtracked. Nothing. And I've been fucking waiting for this shit.
Because that hype is like, it's going to disappear.
No, it's not. I've been waiting.
It's a good movie.
I've been waiting. I want to know. I need to know. It's going to be crazy. But yeah, so that would be cool if they can bring that in.
Yeah. I feel like in terms of like Marvel villains in general, I think they're actually doing what I want to see on screen. They're doing Doctor Doom, which I want to see.
Yep, Doctor Doom is good.
He's OP as fuck. So at least from the comics that I read, like he's fucking powerful as hell. That's
he always
crazy. And it's crazy because like I don't know how they're gonna do it. And spoiler alert for anyone, but like he get his OP power after Secret War, and I know we're getting Secret War, so we're probably gonna get a Secret War Part 2. Because I know his story, because he's getting his power after Secret War.
I think we are going to get a Secret War Part 2.
Yeah. And then the other character
is put that into one movie.
Galactus. We're getting Galactus. I'm pretty sure we're going to get Galactus.
Yeah, Galactus is going to be in the new Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah.
What is another villain?
I'd like them to bring back around Eternals. They need to bring that back around.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna touch on that giant thing that was left on the planet.
The Celestial.
Yeah.
They are. That's actually the plot to Captain America. So what happened is So the plot that I hear is that the Celestial is actually made of adamantium, and that's how Earth is introduced to adamantium, and the entire world right now is at war to get adamantium. Like access to the adamantium, so everyone's trying to farm. Everyone's trying to farm adamantium. So that's why Ford contacts Captain America, because like his mission is to protect like American and like to get that. But like so that's the first introduction to adamantium, which I think will obviously lead into Wolverine and all that other stuff. But Celestials apparently are made of adamantium. I didn't know that. So That's where we're getting that.
Story-wise, they had to
That's
do
pretty
it.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that was stupid. Yeah.
I like how they loop that in. That makes sense. Like it's not like bad. So that's a cool way of introducing that actually. But yeah, Galactus is coming into the Fantastic Four movie. Dr.
I guess
Doom.
what was it, Shane? The Living Tribunal, wasn't that like the crazier villains? I don't know if they're villains, but like they're one of like the OP characters in Marvel. I just want like the more overpowered characters to show up on screen. Living Tribunal is one of them.
What was that one from again? Sounds not familiar.
He was a cosmic being, so he was in every universe, every fucking everything. So it was like he's more, well, it's not even a he. It's a character with like all the faces like on each side. I don't know if you know.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
That was in Loki, wasn't it?
Was it? I don't know. I didn't see.
Wasn't that when they introduced was the Living Tribunal was the one who watches over time or some shit? Or like, supposed to.
But like, was it season 1? Because I didn't see season 1.
Oh, that's probably why. Yeah, because they were saying that was the people running the time variance, but it was actually Kang the entire time.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be OP as crazy. Another character I feel like is along the line of an equivalent to DC is probably like the Spectre, but like Frank Richard, which is the Marquis. He is crazy. I have his comic actually. His fucking thing is fucking insane. But I don't know. Like there's a lot of villains in Marvel that I want to see, but I think those are the main ones. Fair. And I always want like the more overpowered one. Which is the reason why I don't think I'm gonna do it. But yeah, I love the overpowered characters, man.
My only worry is like having an overpowered character, they're gonna dumb it down, and not make it as overpowered, and that's like what I kind of worry about a little bit.
I think, Adam, we don't have to worry about it, is because it was already written and illustrated in the comic book, and it was actually very coherent on how they got defeated.
Yeah.
Just follow the comic book.
I know.
Just follow the fucking comic book. That's
we don't have to worry about it, but they don't do that. They don't do that.
You don't have to water anything down, dumb it down. Just follow the goddamn comic book, and you'll be straight. They got a good ass story.
You'd think they would,
man,
but they don't.
Studio these days.
But all right, so fair enough. Now, I wanted to hear same question goes, but for DC. So my DC, I would absolutely love the Court of Owls, and I would also really like Black Mask and Brainiac. Those are the 3 that I would absolutely love. I don't know why. You don't get a lot of Brainiac. I think it would be cool.
You do Brainiac justice for sure. If they do Brainiac. I could do without Black Mask. He's like, I've seen him before.
So I think Black Mask could be
in that Birds of Prey thing.
What's that?
I've never seen that.
Yeah,
Birds of Prey?
Birds of Prey sucked. Like I can see if they want to rewrite Black Mask into something that I'm actually like, I think like what's his name? Pig massacre, or like serial killer in Batman.
Oh,
what's his name?
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, though, right? So I can see that guy, the Butcher, I think, or whatever.
I can't remember.
Or Black Mask. Both, I could see both doing really well in the Batman, being a villain in the Batman, because the Batman is dark. Like it was good. You can really bring like if you brought Riddler as a serial killer, like they did in the Batman, you can make.
I know if you could make the Riddler dark, like we made fun of the Riddler. You know what I'm saying?
Mad dark. Yeah. So the Batman has the potential to actually bring like a really good Black Mask and a really good like the Butcher dude. And I would love to see
Professor Pig. I guess that's his name.
Professor Pig. Like, one of those two, I think it would be fucking wild because it would be so dark because both of them would just be like serial killers and just butchering people. I think it would just be so fucking good. And then I think Brainiac could actually be a really good villain for Superman. Like, stop bringing Lex into this. Bring Brainiac. You know,
I am on Shane's side. They have it's a very sensitive character to go towards. You gotta build up to Brainiac. He is one of the most.
Yeah. He's a big boss character, like
Thanos in DC, bro.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you're starting over. You're starting over from scratch on DC right now. You're going from Superman on year 1. Like you could easily bring up Brainiac. Like you can grow Brainiac in this whole thing. He's got a 3-year plan or a 10-year plan. I think he said he has 10 years. You could definitely build that.
I feel like it's gonna be like a fight in between between like the the staff members in the writing stages, because it's like, okay, do we want to go Brainiac or do we want to go Darkseid? And people's gonna like start fighting because it's like Darkseid is the more known villain than it is Brainiac.
If
and
you're
it's
gonna
like,
bring up those two, I'd rather Darkseid, but like
obviously, see, there it is. But the thing is, like,
Yeah.
Darkseid's way too
It's like I would love Darkseid, but he has to be later game. We have
has
to
to be
build
the end
foundation.
game, bro. He has to be
Yeah,
the end
no,
game.
because it's you need to give us a big bad, maybe another big bad, and then Darkseid, because we need to build the foundation of all of the heroes with established movies, where like we love the actors and we love the movies and we want to see them in action. We got to see them pull through as a team, and then like maybe again, because like we had, was it 2 or 3 Avengers movie before we got Endgame?
we had 2.
Yeah.
We had 2 Avengers movies, but then we had Infinity War. So I guess 3. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not talking about like Endgame Avenger. I'm talking about like the last movie of DC Universe. That's what I'm talking about. Like the last movie they're gonna make, that's gonna be the boss. Is Darkseid. That's gonna be the boss. Because Darkseid is like the most OP villain in DC, arguably like the most OP villain. There's a bunch of other crazier ones, but Darkseid is like the known one that's like crazy. He's Darkseid. He's Thanos on steroids. Like this dude is crazy. But Brainiac, you gotta build it up like Thanos, how Marvel did it. That's the only way to do it. You can't just have him in a one shot. That's
what I'm saying. If they can make it really well, I'd love to see that.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind that. I agree with you. Brainiac is definitely a big one. I want to see Bizarro. Bizarro is a dope one too. I know he got like a really a crazy change up in his story of who he was and how he became to be, which is like an updated comic book. And I read that shit. I was like, it kind of made me felt sad for Bizarro. I was like, all right, yeah, you got to read it. It's like it's one of like the newer issues of Superman. But like I definitely want to see Bizarro. Fuck. Who else is there? That's a good villain. I don't know any Flash villains. I wish I know Flash.
There's
villains.
a lot. I mean, the obvious is Reverse Flash.
Yeah, Reverse Flash.
You have Godspeed. We have fucking Captain Cold and Captain Boomerang.
Yeah.
Like those are like lame, like minor, like the rogues. That's what they're called. Whatever.
I feel
Mirror
like
Master.
if James Gunn can incorporate Reverse Flash into the DC universe, he can make a great ass story. Because that guy changes a lot of things to make things happen in DC. Yeah, that'd be a good villain to see. I think I know more about DC than I do Marvel, so I don't know. Like I feel like there's a lot.
Yeah. No, like, if they do, I would love for Brainiac to be a first big bad. You know what I mean? Like it's the one where like they come together to fight. Because like he's an OP, you know what I mean? Like I want him to be the reason the Green Lanterns get introduced, just because he's a fucking alien coming from space. You know what I mean?
You guys remember that show? Crypto. I can't remember the show, but like it was like the one where it's like
I think it was just called Krypton.
Yeah, I think it was just called Krypton.
And how they did Brainiac. That shit was badass as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Badass as fuck. They should do that shit, man. They should do that shit. That's crazy.
Damn. All right. Fair enough. Shane, you got any ideas?
No, I'm the same thing. That's how I feel about it.
Brainiac gotta be the one. Brainiac gotta be the one.
Yeah.
Shit, man. Fuck it. If you're listening to this, James Gunn, come on. Bring Brainiac in.
Brainiac.
Bring in
Give us a
Brainiac.
proper, terrifying Brainiac.
Yeah.
Do not, for the love of God, if you watch the stream, do not, for the love of God, give us yet fucking Doomsday. Do not give us Doomsday yet. Please, please. Do not do that to us. Do not do that to us. Wait until like 8 movies of us getting Superman and then do Doomsday.
Let us get over the last DC. You know what I mean? Let's get over that before you reintroduce the same stuff.
Yeah.
Let us love your Superman first and then give us Doomsday. How about that? And that's going to take like 4 or 5 movies. So we'll see.
If anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That was it. That was my question of the week there. So that's curiosity, guys. If you guys are watching this, let us know what villain you'd like to see. But for now, that is all that we have for tonight, guys. We turned 5 conversation or topics into what have we got? What do we got? I don't even know how long we got. An hour and a half. So there you go. Yeah, this is a good episode. Even though we got sidetracked, we started talking some things, but you know what? Yeah, that's usually how we do things. That's how we do. Those are the best conversations. So, thank you all for watching, guys, and tune in next time as we get into episode 90 of the Comic Nerds, where we will either talk about a lot of comic news. I don't know what's going to happen. Who knows what's going to happen this next week? I don't know. Or we'll just do we'll have a giant ass conversation and argument, more like literal yelling match of where we find One Piece in the anime tier list here, because it's gonna be low. All right.
Yeah.
It's gonna.
You watch yourselves.
Nah.
Right?
I'm gonna make up.
You guys are walking a tightrope in this friendship.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a fucking
goddamn mouth.
Oh no, I'm making a fucking PowerPoint on this shit. All right, I'm gonna literally I'm presenting my stuff.
Let's do it.
We're gonna do that. So that'll probably be next week, guys. If not the week after, if we can't make it for next week, but that is the goal. So hopefully we will see you on the next episode, everybody. For now, have a fantastic weekend. Have a great week, and hopefully we will see you on the next episode, guys. Take it easy, everybody.